So if you're interested in hearing the number one thing that I regret as an entrepreneur, you are going to love today's video. My hope is that by going over and sharing it and kind of my perspective on the whole idea and concept of regret, that you might actually change your opinion and it may give you the courage to actually jump and do something amazing. And real quick before we get into this, I don't want you to regret not grabbing Legend for $25, 50% off. I ordered too much. I talked about it in the last vlog. Gentlemen, here's the deal. If you want to grab Legend, inspired by Tom Ford's effing fabulous, there's a link, there's also a code to grab this bad boy for 50% off. It is an amazing fragrance and the deal is insane because I ordered too much. I got to give it to you because, as you know, I've got a lot of inventory. And when you have inventory on the shelf, it's literally like dollar bills. I regret ordering too much. But the good news is that now you get a super sweet deal. If you want to support me, the channel, help me offload this stuff and smell amazing. Link below along with the code. One of the things that holds us back, most people back when it comes to business, entrepreneurship, or life is the fear of failure, right? And once you twist it and twist that knob over from fearing failure to fearing regret, your life will get better, your life will change. Once you take fear of failure off the table, then what it becomes, for me at least, it was the fear of regret. I don't want to regret something that I didn't take, a shot that I didn't go after, or something I didn't do. I don't want to live my life regretting chances and opportunities that I didn't take. I would rather live with the scars of failure. I would rather live with the embarrassment of having to tell people, yeah, you know what? The sunglass company, it didn't work out. It's okay. The fashion anchor, it didn't work out. It's okay. M Apparel didn't work out. M Accessories didn't work out. There are more times that I have basically put myself out there on the line to try something that I was excited about because I knew that if I didn't, I'd think about it. And I didn't want to be regretting actions that I didn't take. I would rather take the L, right? I would rather try it. And if it doesn't work out, okay, it's okay. I'm going to make it. I'm going to survive. I'm going to live my life, right? And I'm going to be smarter. I'm going to be sharper. I'm going to develop the calluses and I'm going to have the scars from my failures. And these are the things that build character. These are the things that build strong, resilient entrepreneurs. It's not failing because that is not going to happen ever. And the sooner you wrap your brain around it, the sooner you understand that I've got to take my shot. I got to try. I got to put it out there. I've got to jump. The amount of planning that I do is not indicative of the amount of success that you're going to have. You've got to understand that until you're willing to risk it, put it out there and just jump, the sooner you're going to be on your way to living a truly inspired life. You're going to be truly on your path. You're going to truly be in your right lane, in your direction. But do not live a life of regret. That's the thing I just need to stress to you. Failure is part of it. It's going to happen. It's not optional. You've got to do it if you expect to be successful at anything, and business is no exception. You know, one of the things that I've said to my friends like Antonio Centeno is that I think one of my superpowers in terms of success, it's that I'm not that smart. And when I say that, I sort of say it like tongue in cheek, but I think one of my biggest assets is not overthinking things, and it's also not knowing what could potentially happen in terms of worst case scenario, because I think that a lot of people get into the mindset of, you know, they overthink, they overplan, they overanalyze. And for me, I'm just like, you know what? I want to try it. I want to do it. I want to just go after it, right? It's happened throughout my career. Like I said, have had more failures than I have successes, right? My fitness center, horrible disaster. My group fitness facility, horrible disaster, right? I actually started a company trying to sell like fitness, like racks and stuff that I called like Nice Rack Storage System. That was a huge failure. I have failed more than I have been successful, but you know what? I don't regret any of it. I don't regret any failure. I don't regret any of the hardships. I don't regret any of the embarrassments. I don't regret being bankrupt. None of it. Because if I didn't try, if I didn't go after my dream, I would be the person that talked about it or thought about it that didn't actually take action. And that is something that scares the shit out of me. I don't want you to live a life of regret. I don't want you to live a life of regret. I want you to live a life of trial and error and being willing to put yourself out there, being willing to take the chance, take the shot, go after the dream. Because if you don't, what are you going to be? What are you going to do? What are you going to live like, right? You're going to be the guy that's always like, oh, I wish I could have, or I wish I would have. Gentlemen, why? Why do that? Why do that to yourself? Failing, it's part of it. And it's part of the beauty of business, beauty of entrepreneurship. It's one of the most amazing things that you can do, because every time you try and you fail and you get punched in the face, you're going to be stronger, you're going to be more resilient, you're going to get tougher, and you're going to get the scars that you deserve. The scars, these are the things that build character, that build integrity, that build strength. And these are the things that you should go for. Now, ideally, should you try something and it worked the first time and everything's great? Of course, right? We would all like that. It's not going to happen. It's not part of the equation. And even if you put yourself out there and you try, you're going to realize that you've got to change. And no matter how much planning you do, no matter how much advice, no matter how many mentors you have, it doesn't prevent the fact that failure is on the table. It's always on the table. But regret, this is also on the table. And so you've got to decide what's going to be your bigger motivator. Is it the failure? Is it the fear of telling people and having them say, oh my God, I can't believe you tried. These people, let me just say, are not thinking about you the way that you think that they are. Once you realize that the world does not revolve around you, once you realize that other people are not looking at you, they're not thinking about you, they don't give a shit what you're doing, right? That's the truth. Right? They're so worried about their own business. They're so worried about their own life. They're worried about their own insecurities. And the sooner you understand that people aren't worried about you, it takes the fear of what they're going to say away. It still is not zero, because you still think about it, right? I do, at least. But it gets easier. But what doesn't get easier is regretting something that you didn't do, that you didn't try. The one thing that I regret is not being earlier. I regret not embracing technology more than I have, and being scared of it, honestly. I lived my life scared of technology. I'm a late adopter. I wish I could go back and embrace technology earlier and sooner. I wish I could have been one of those early adopters to technology, the internet. I wasn't. I was a late adopter. Technology scares me, honestly. You know, the only thing in my life that I've been early on in terms of adoption is video. Look what happened. I put myself out there. I tried something that scared me that I didn't know, right? And it led to something amazing. You know, in terms of regret, that's my big one. My biggest regret is not being earlier in terms of the adoption of technology and allowing my fear of not knowing or not being able to figure something out. I wish I could have pushed that down more and sooner. Now I still have to fight it. I still fight every single day to embrace change and to adopt technology, because I know that I need to, and I know that that has prevented me from moving myself even more ahead of where I am. And so what do? You know, for somebody like me, I have to hire and have people around me that are early adopters. That's been one of the most beneficial things for me. Having people at Tiege Hanley that are into and understand technology. Having Mike Levy that helps push me in the areas that I need to be pushed. And the other thing that I regret not being a better leader. I regret not letting myself get out of my own way. And that's one of the other things that I just want to stress to you in this video, is that I wish I could go back in time and bring people in. I wish I could go back in time and stop being a control freak and preventing myself and my business from basically moving forward faster. I was the bottleneck. Don't be the bottleneck in your life. Don't be the bottleneck in your success. I think back of how I have held myself back because of my limited mindset and my fear of the unknown, fear of technology, fear of not knowing what to do and thinking that it's for somebody else and not me. I wish I could go back. I can't. I can only now move myself forward with the knowledge that I don't want to regret it in the future. Guys, I just wanted to do this video because I've been thinking a lot about regret, because somebody made the comment. I started a business, a salon, with somebody who passed away. We had the business for 2.5 years. Do I regret doing that? Absolutely not. Because what would I have done if I didn't? The answer is I would have regretted it. Don't fear the unknown. Don't fear failure. Fear living a life with regrets. Gentlemen, I love you. That's where I want to wrap things up. You're amazing. If you dug this video, drop one of these.